welcome back to my channel. I am way too hot to do my full long normal intro, so today I'm gonna be doing a McDonald's mukbang, giving you guys an update on life and just sitting and having a chat. I'm gonna get straight on into the food because I've had a nightmare, let me just tell you. Today, first of all, it is absolutely boiling. It is, I think it was 31 degrees when I last checked. I've worn a jumper. Why have I done that? Because I'm sweating buckets. And then, because it's so bright, the sunlight in the car was like not doing me good. I've just driven around to about 7 different car parks only to come home and park at home. So there's my little stress of the day, which isn't stress, but you know what I mean, just when it's hot and you're sweaty and you just want to eat your food. It's a little bit stressed. First of all, I feel like I should probably address the elephant in the room, which is
Kim, you're doing amazing, sweetie.
I have dyed my hair. When I was asking for questions, the main question that you guys wanted to know the answer to was, Anastasia, like, why did you dye your hair brown? First of all, I'm actually naturally brunette. I'm not normally as dark as this. I'm a little bit lighter. However, I've wanted to go back brunette for so long. And also, the bleach from dyeing my hair like blonde was killing my hair. Like, it would grow, but then it would snap off at the ends. And like bleaching it, mixing with using a lot of heat, I wouldn't have had long hair anymore. And then during lockdown, Byron said to me, oh my god, Anna, like, you would look so good like brunette again. And then I just kind of like thought to me, like, do I do it? And we'd sit on FaceTime and I'd edit myself brunette and I was like, oh my god, okay, like, I'm actually vibing with this. I want brunette hair. Amazing. Oh, get rid of the gherkin. So a mixture of Byron putting the idea in my head and then me also wanting to save my hair is the reason I dyed my hair brown. But also, if I'm completely honest, through lockdown, I feel like I went through a bit of like an emotional roller coaster and I just I wasn't doing well. Like, in myself, I really wasn't doing well. For the first couple of weeks I was, and I was really thriving, like I was loving life. And then after that, I didn't go downhill because that's like quite extreme, but there was a solid like 3 weeks where I couldn't look at myself in the mirror anymore because I was getting so upset with what I was seeing. Also, I'm so sorry if it offends you that I'm eating while I'm talking, but that is the point of a mukbang and I really want to eat while I'm talking. I know it's so rude, I'm so sorry. I was just really struggling and I feel like one way to help that was to dye my hair just so I just kind of had a fresh start. That was actually something that was getting me down. I was like, my hair's gonna snap off, I'm not gonna have long hair anymore, and my hair is like 1,000,000% my comfort blanket. Like, I don't know what I know it sounds a bit dramatic, but I don't know what to do with that in my hair because I love it so much. Going through that just made me think, okay, I'm gonna dye my hair. So I went to the hairdressers and I found some really cool pictures online that I love and I showed him and he did exactly what I wanted. I do have a clip-in like 3-piece extension in my hair just to give it a little bit of like extra length. However, other than this, it is all my natural hair and there's pics all on my Instagram if you want to go see, and I could not be more obsessed with the result. I think I look so much older, like so much older. Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, okay, that really did save you. Like, I just look better. Like, it's a mixed opinions. People are like, oh, I don't know if I like it, I think I prefer you blonde, but I definitely prefer myself brunette. I think it looks more natural and I think I look older. I got a lot of comments about the blonde bits at the front, but I didn't want to dye my hair like fully brunette and not have any blonde at all because I feel that then I would have hated it. I want to like gradually go into it. So next time I go to the hairdressers, I'll get rid of the blonde bits and then be like fully brunette, if that makes sense. So in a nutshell, that's what made me dye my hair and I'm super happy with it. I think it's the best thing I've ever done. I didn't film the process, which I regret massively now. Why didn't I film it? I'm a YouTuber and I didn't film getting my hair dyed. I failed as a YouTuber here. Why? Do you think you will ever go back blonde or will brown be your new colour? I personally think brunette will be my colour for like the foreseeable future. I can't see myself dyeing my hair back blonde. What would have been the point in going brunette? Like, if I dye it blonde again, my hair will literally just snap off. Moving out. Now, so many people are talking to me about moving out and when am I going to get a house? Am I moving out next year? Who am I moving out with? So here is my current update. As you would know, if some of you watch my vlog, I actually went to view an apartment in London with Byron and we absolutely fell in love with it, but I'm just not ready to move out this year. I'm definitely going to move out next year because I'll be 21 next year and I just want like my own independence. So I feel like I'll definitely end up moving in with my friend for a year, like 1,000,000%. I'm going to move in with my friend. I don't want to live alone. I think it'll be fun. Like, I see Has Byron and Freya live together and it's so much fun. Every time I'm there, I love it. So why wouldn't I want to live with them? But then for me as well, I also want to buy a house, but I actually want to build a house. Like, I think it would be so much fun to build a house. Like, I have so many dreams in property that that I want to make come true, and one of them is to build my own house at a very young age and to make it almost like my dream house. So I want to build it in this town, and I've started looking at kind of like land and all the planning permission and everything that you kind of need to look at, but it's so much work. Like, I can't even tell you, I had no idea. Like, I have so much respect for people who do this at a young age, because mortgages and everything are very, very complicated. I literally spent like a couple of hours looking at it, and it was enough to just blow my mind. Next question: how did you overcome some of your lockdown struggles with feeling down? I never really talk about hate or anything, so I'm just gonna have like a really quick little chat about it, because normally it's something I just like to kind of deal with myself, but I feel like it's important to kind of share what I feel with you guys. At the moment, I'm kind of in like a little bit of like a creative rut, because I get quite a lot of hate on YouTube that could be a surprise to some of you, that could like not be a surprise, I don't know. People absolutely love to pick apart my appearance, my life, my family's life. Everything is like trolled on, but especially my appearance. And through lockdown, I really struggled with that. Like I said, the first couple of weeks I was completely fine, and I know this is going to sound really stupid, but as my hair grew out and my roots started coming through, as I wasn't getting nails, as I was seeing more and more people on Instagram and TikTok, especially because it's videos of girls and not pictures that could be edited, I was like getting myself into this hole of, oh my god, like I am so sad. This has happened to me a couple of times in the past, and I've always managed to overcome it, but there was like a time in lockdown for like a 2-week period where I was absolutely ruined as a person, and I honestly, like, I didn't really see a way of like coming out of it, and I just didn't really know what to do, I guess. And then I started seeing TikToks about me where people were ripping apart my appearance, and they were on my For You page, and it was all just like too much. I've also said, like, I'm never someone to talk about what my insecurities actually are, and I still won't talk about them yet, not for a while. I'll definitely do a video when I'm like 100% comfortable, and I'll talk to you guys about like my journey and stuff, because there's a lot that I want to say but I haven't said yet. But one thing that a lot of people are commenting on, I know I'm diverting for the question, but I am going to answer the question. A lot of people are commenting as well on my nose, and they're asking me if I've got my nose done, because my nose looks different in some of my photos, and the answer is yes, I have had nose filler in my nose. I got it, I want to say just over a week and a bit ago. It was a couple of days before I dyed my hair, and I'd had the appointment booked for a while. I actually booked it like during lockdown, because my nose has been one of my biggest insecurities. But the sad thing is, I wasn't like insecure about it until I started YouTube. People started to comment on my nose, and it was like the more I thought about it, the more I hated it. And that's why I hate the fact that like I caved into these comments, like saying that I had, like, they didn't like my nose, and then it made it an insecurity in myself. I hate that I let that happen, and I'm not letting that happen anymore. So yes, I did get nose filler. It's not completely done, that's why like I'm not showing you a full side profile, because I have to go back and I have to get it done in 2 times because your nose swells and stuff. So my nose was swollen for a couple of days. My nose just had a little gap here, and it made it look quite big, so I just basically wanted to get filler to make it look smaller, and it definitely worked, and it has completely changed my life. And I'm not saying go and get filler, I will never say that. When I filmed a video with my mum, I don't know what video it was actually, but it was a couple of months ago during lockdown, I said I was going to get nose filler in that, and I got so much love. So I'm not saying go and get filler, nobody needs filler. However, it has made me like my happiness levels went from like a 5 to a 10 overnight. When I first got it done, all I was doing was filming my side profile to all my friends. I was like, you just talk to me from the side now, because basically when it was swollen it was like a perfect slope, but now that the lump is coming back a little bit, so I have to go back like I said. But yeah, so that was like one thing that kind of, I don't really know how I got onto that from lockdown, from overcoming my things. But I wouldn't say I've overcome the struggles from lockdown. I feel like they're always going to be there, but it's learning how to deal with them in your day-to-day life that I'm more figuring out. I'm talking so much I'm forgetting to eat my food. I think it's really hard because I feel like I'm quite good at giving advice, but then I find it so hard to take my own advice. Like, I'm one of those people, I need to practice what I preach. I feel like social media nowadays, there's a whole like perfection type thing, and if you don't fit society's definition of the perfect beauty standards, then you'll get hated on, and your life is made ridiculously hard, and trolls come at you, and it's just like, it's so baffling. I personally just don't understand why people can't be nice to everyone. I never used to let it affect me, but the more I've kind of grown and the more I've kind of branched out to different audiences, people come at me and people come at everyone. Like, there's so many people in the industry who get so much more hate than I do, and I just think, leave them alone. Our generation of social media has made beauty standards absolutely ridiculous, and I'm not going to sit here and deny the fact that, like, I probably have contributed to that in some way, like posting photos on Instagram where I'm completely looking my best angle and I'm posing in a particular way. I've diverted this question in so many ways and I've gone off on so many different topics, but have I overcome the struggles? No. Am I learning to deal with them? 1,000,000%. And I definitely, like, a hand on heart, I am getting better. I wouldn't say it if I wasn't. My hair has made a massive difference, my nose has made the biggest difference, and I'm slowly working on all the other little things, and I know that one day, like, I will truly be completely happy in my body. Like, I know that for a fact. I'm learning to just ignore what people say about me, but it is very hard. It is very, very hard, and everyone who goes through trolling and bullying, I'm so sorry, because it's the worst thing ever. It is a learning process that a lot of us are going through together, and hopefully we will be the generation that can make a change about it. I'm not even staying on this question for a long time because I answer this all the time. Do I have a boyfriend? No, I do not. Everyone thinks I have a secret boyfriend now because Saf has a boyfriend. No, I do not have a secret boyfriend. I'm thriving single. I don't want a boyfriend. I want to be single for a while. I want to work on myself and love myself first. So no, I'm completely single. That was very random. That's a ditch down there that they've just gone in. Next one is update us on your braces journey. So I'm actually getting clear aligners, which I'm so excited about. And basically I had my first appointment for them just before lockdown, which is basically where they take like the molds of your teeth and they send them to the lab so you can get all the trays made and stuff. And that happened. And then we realized just before lockdown that I need to get the attachments on my teeth. And then obviously we went into lockdown, so I couldn't get them. And it's so annoying because I could have already done like 4 months of the clear aligners. However, like I said, lockdown put that off, so I actually get the attachments fitted on Tuesday, like the Tuesday after you guys will be seeing this video. I'm so confused. So I'm basically pre-filming a couple of videos because apparently once you first get them in with the attachments, you can't really talk and you get a bit of a lisp, and it's also very painful. So I'm just kind of like pre-filming a couple of videos, so then in a couple of videos time you will see me wearing them. A lot of people thought I just said it and then I didn't follow up with what I said. No, I'm so excited to have straight teeth. It's literally been a dream of mine for so long, so I cannot wait to get the attachments. I'll obviously keep you guys updated with the journey and stuff, but I think I have them on for around 8 months. I mean, that could have changed, but I'm pretty sure it's 8 months. Does the hate you receive affect your mental health? Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, anybody who receives a nasty comment, like, you're not going to sit and like laugh about it. I mean, you do laugh about it in the end because you have to be extremely thick-skinned, but there was definitely like 2 or 3 times during lockdown where I let it like push me to the absolute edge. There was one night where I was in like absolute hysterical tears because I didn't think I could take it anymore. I was like, but the thing is, I do it to myself because I read it. Every couple of months I would chuck myself down this hole where I go and read all the threads about me and see people write things. I don't do it to myself because I don't deserve it, but then I do go and read it, and I could just not read it. Anyway, one night where I was hysterically crying and I didn't think there was any coming back from it, and then I gave myself like a bad bitch talk, snapped myself out of it, and here we are. And then the other time I remember, which was quite recently, I was at Has and Byron's and I was just laid on the sofa and Has and Byron were on the opposite sofa, and I was just dead quiet. Like, I weren't saying a word, and that's not like me. Like, I'm normally up and bubbly, like we're having fun, and they both texted me. I don't think they both realised that they texted me, and they were like, are you okay? And I knew that if I said the words out loud, like, there was going to be no going back and I was honestly going to break down. So instead I just texted them. I was like, I'm fine, I'm just going to stay silent. And then I told them both the next day. I was like, I just sat and read some stuff that I really didn't want to see. If I said it out loud, I just wouldn't have been able to stop crying, but then I've told them and they always help me get through it. It definitely has affected my mental health, but it doesn't affect it every single day. I get these little random outbursts of thinking, oh my god, like, why are people judging me this hard? Like, why are people looking at my life through a magnifying glass? But then I also like spin it round on the other side and think, well, they're the ones watching everything I do. Like, they're literally watching everything I do. So 1, like, thanks for the extra view, and 2, I mean, like, I'm the one thriving, like I'm the one living my best life, doing what I've always wanted to do, and these are the people behind their screens like living a really sad life to say that to someone. I actually got a message the other day from a girl, and she was having a go at me because she was like, your job's so easy but you get so much money, and she called me some really vile names, and I just replied back to her and I said, look, I know my job can seem very, very simple, but there is also so much that goes on behind the scenes. I was like, I don't have to justify this to you because this is my job and this is my money, but I want you to understand that we put up with so much mentally that it can be so much harder than people think. And I sat and had a full conversation with her, and she was like, I completely understand now where you're coming from, and she apologized, like, I'm so sorry because I didn't look at it from the bigger picture. And I was like, it's completely fine. And then we actually spoke and had a conversation because she wants to start a YouTube channel herself, and I gave her some advice and stuff. But I just like, I think it's so important to look at things from both sides before you comment on someone else's life, and maybe just focus on your own a little bit more. Have you suffered with acne in the past? So I wouldn't say it's like strict acne, because it wasn't acne, it was just a lot of red vicious spots. I'm pretty sure I have a picture so I can include it, but it was all from like here down. I never got anything on my forehead, and a lot of it was here, because I used to make a joke out of it and call it my rose garden, because I used to get loads of vicious like red spots. I think I was going through puberty at a very rapid rate, and my body like didn't know what to do or how to react, so I think I had skin like that for around like 6 months, and then I used a couple of products and it cleared up. But overall I think it was more just like my mental health going up that like cleared my skin, because now, don't get me wrong, like I get the odd spot, but nothing compared to what it was. How do YouTubers actually make their money? Is it through subs or views? YouTubers earn their money through the ads on the videos and how many people watch the ads, if that makes sense. And then obviously you can do Instagram ads, or you can do like YouTube ads, but it's not earned from subs. Like subs or likes or dislikes or anything, or comments, I don't think have like anything to do with earning money. I think liking a video or like commenting on a video may push it up the algorithm a little bit so it gets more views, but I have no idea. The whole YouTube algorithm is so random. I have no idea how you get on the trending page. I have no idea how some videos randomly get like 10 mil views and others get 100k. It makes no sense, and honestly no one understands the algorithm. Like I've asked people who work at YouTube so many times and they don't even understand themselves. Do you ever wish your life was different and you could be just a normal teenager? I think I'm a completely normal teenager. I do the exact same things that everybody else does. I go out, well, not because of corona, but I go out, I have fun with my friends. Like, I love my life. I think my life's exactly the same, apart from obviously I get a lot of amazing opportunities and I get to do all this amazing stuff with my job, but other than that I think I live a completely normal life. Like I drive to McDonald's, I go to Tesco, I cut up an onion, I lay in bed and watch Netflix half the time. Like, how would you help someone else with their insecurities? I don't think you can help anyone else. Like, you can give advice, but it's so like personal that it's only gonna be that person that decides, okay, I'm gonna let this affect me, or I'm not gonna let this affect me. It's all about building confidence in yourself and thinking, okay, I am gonna live my life as though I love myself. Everyone has insecurities. Like I said, I've got insecurities that I never talk about just because I don't like bringing attention to it even more. I just think it's so personal. Like, I'm learning to love myself the way that I am. Even though that sounds hypocritical because I've had nose filler and I've also just gone and dyed my hair, but making those changes has made the biggest world of difference to me. But anyway, it is all about learning to love yourself, and if that means you want to change something, I don't believe there's anything wrong with that, because like I said, now I've got my nose done, I'm bloody thriving through life. Honestly guys, the amount of side profile pictures in my camera roll now is disgusting, just because I'm allowed to be like vain for like 2 minutes while I love it. You just gotta tell yourself that you're a bad bitch, really. That is literally all it is. Ignore the pressure to meet the beauty standards of this generation and be your own person. Like, I'm going to use this as an example, right? Now, even after filler, my nose is not a small slope nose. It never will be like that because my nose is naturally quite big, and even though I prefer the way it looks now, it's never going to fit society's definition of perfect. However, I've learned to love myself for being different in that sense, because if everyone had a little slanted nose, it'd be boring. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example because I feel like every day in social media at the moment, not every day is bit much, but every week there's a new beauty standard, and it's like you can't keep up with that. You can't keep up. Just love yourself for who you are, because no one else is like you, and you don't want to look like every other girl. Like I said, I do sound a bit like a hypocrite by saying that because I've got my nose done, but like I said, my nose is never going to look like society's definition of perfect, but it doesn't matter because I'm happy with it. What happened on the ski trip. Honestly, every time I do a Q&A, these are all the questions I get, and I'm sorry to ruin the joy. We will probably never say exactly what happened on the ski trip. All everybody needs to know is, it's going to be one of those Gavin and Stacey moments that everybody keeps commenting about. All that everyone needs to know is, I got drunk, Saf got drunk, we had some fun, I used my special word, but then I got to take it back because I never actually ended up using my special word, and I don't know, that's kind of it. So I'm sorry, I know it's annoying, but this elusive memory is gonna have to stay a memory of mine and Sat alone, unless we come to a mutual agreement one day to do a story time, which I mean, I can't see that happening, or maybe it will, I don't know, I'll give her a little text. But right now, is it hard having such a big fan base and always having to live up to the expectations? I love you. First of all, I love you too. This is actually another thing I want to talk about, because I feel like I'm at like a creative rut with my videos where I just don't know what type of content to make anymore. When the 24-hour challenges came around, I jumped on that hype. I love it. I still love filming those videos. I am nearly like, I'm nearly 20 this year, and I want to be able to like mature my content with me. I obviously uploaded that messy beer pong and so many people absolutely loved it, but then I also got a lot of comments saying, this isn't you, this isn't like you in your videos, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to start jumping around and having a joke with my friend in the middle of me trying a blue crisp for eating blue food for 24 hours. It's like finding that balance and like testing the waters of what people want to see and what I want to create as well, because like I do YouTube for myself, I do it because I love it. Obviously I do it because you guys love watching as well, but it's a passion and a hobby of mine, so I want to be able to upload whatever I feel like uploading. But the thing is, like, so many people are like, why do you still do 24-hour videos? Like, I love it. Like, I thrive off of eating these foods for 24 hours. I don't know what it is, I just enjoy myself. But then at the same time, I do want to mature my content a little bit, so just chuck some video ideas down below that what you probably want to see. Like, I love just sitting down and having a chat with you guys and doing like advice videos and just funny videos. Like, funny videos are genuinely my favorite. Like the first time trying an all-nighter one, I absolutely loved that video. So just drop me some ideas down below. I know that's kind of like gone off the question a little bit, but I don't personally think, okay, I need to reach this person's expectations of me. I just kind of like live my life, and if people want to watch, they want to watch. If they don't, they don't. And that's, I don't know, like I don't really see it as people have expectations. I just kind of enjoy what I do. Do you plan on bringing out merch? Guys, just wait, something is coming so soon, but it's not like merch, but it is, but it's like not, but it is, but it's not. Just wait, it's been in the works for months. Like, I found out about this last year. Have you ever felt like you were the duff of the friendship group when you was in school? Basically, if you don't know what the duff is, it come from the movie The Duff, and it basically stands for designated ugly fat friend. I didn't know what that meant until I watched the film The Duff, and then realised that it was not a thing, but like, you know what I mean. Like, I don't really know. Like, I definitely felt very like inferior against a couple of girls in school. I'll openly talk about this. I thought Amber was so beautiful, and I felt quite insecure against Amber a lot of the time because everyone kind of always like loved her and said she was like the beautiful one, and like, I don't know. So I guess I kind of felt the duff a little bit. Yeah, that can continue into the YouTube life. Like, I'm in the massive industry, like everyone kind of feels the duff, I guess, to everyone. Like, I don't think it's just a friendship group thing. I think you're always gonna have that thought of, oh my god, she's really pretty, or she's prettier than me. But like, whatever, like, who cares? As long as you love yourself, not in an arrogant way, I don't mean that, but like, as long as you love yourself and you like who you are, then yeah, someone's gonna be prettier than you, but someone's always gonna be prettier than you. Like, it doesn't matter. When people say we miss the old you, how does it make you feel? People, if you've been watching me for a long time, will know me as like a pastel pink princessy type girl. Obviously, I'm gonna grow up. Like, I've been doing YouTube for 8 years. I'm not gonna be the same person that I was 8 years ago playing with my Moshi Monster figures. I think it's more just like, you have to enjoy the journey of watching me grow up rather than saying you miss the old me. And if you do miss the old me, which I don't think is really any different, maybe just don't watch the new me. I don't know, I'm just growing up, I'm vibing, I'm living my life, and I just want you guys to come along on the journey with me and grow up with me, because I feel like you can do that. Like, if you go back and watch some of my old videos, you can see how my confidence has like exploded and how I've grown as a person. And I was one of the people who would never put their hand up in school, and now I can happily stand in front of however many people and do a speech. I feel so much better, and I've grown as a person that I'm so happy with that. So when people say they miss the old me, what is the old me? The old me was sad. The old me was was scared of life, and the old me like hated myself a lot more, and the new me, like I love life now. I'm thriving, I'm living my absolute best life. So if you miss the old me, then you're missing a very sad person, and I'd much prefer to watch me now. That is the end of this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. I know it's super long, so if you've made it to this part, thank you so much. I massively appreciate you. And I don't know, I just wanted to sit and talk to you guys about how I've been feeling and how I've dealt with things through lockdown, and just so you guys can keep with me, like an update on my life, and not just like, I don't know, me eating food for 24 hours. Like I said, massively appreciated if you could comment some video ideas down below, or just like an update really on what you thought on this video. I'm very intrigued. And other than that, I will see you very, very soon for a brand new video. Mwah!